Well, so good afternoon, dear tutor and classmates. This is our incredible class that we want to make this afternoon. Our group is confirmed by who's speaking. I'm Christian, and my classmates are
Judy Hernandez.
perfect.
Hello, Yari Andrea Rodriguez.
Hello, my name is Alejandra Vargas.
Okay, that's perfect, guys. And today we're gonna talk about an interesting topic that is the past simple. So, Judy, can you help us, please?
Okay. Today I'm going to talk about the learning sequence designed to help students improve their English skills, especially when talking about past experience and personal anecdotes. And the main focus of this unit is the use of the past simple tense, including the regular and irregular verbs, and how they can use through the narrative events, express sequences, and share personal experience in a meaningful way. This proposal combines speaking, writing, reading, and listening skills, but it mainly emphasizes in speaking as the central supported by other activities. Before starting, the main lesson, students complete a free task at the home following a flipped classroom approach. They watch a short video about the past experience, such as funny stories or scenes from TV series. This step is really important because the activities prior knowledge and prepare students for the topic. In addition, they review, basic grammar and structures of the past simple tense, including affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms. Also, the students explore digital tools, and in this case, a video that now I'm going to show you my screen for show the, for you can see the video, sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Okay.
I didn't. Did you propose to her? No.
Yes, you did.
Actually, technically, I didn't.
Well, then why did you give me a ring?
Wait, whoa, you gave her the ring? No, no, and I did not ask her to marry me.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. And don't you say you didn't.
Ah.
He was right there. He got down on one knee and he proposed.
Whoa, you were down on one knee?
Yeah, that looks bad. But I didn't. I didn't propose.
Then what did happen?
Yeah, what did happen?
Okay, the ring fell on the floor, and I went down to pick it up, and you thought I was proposing.
Yeah, but you said, will you marry me?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Oh, my God, you didn't.
Or, um, okay, in base to this video, the okay, in the video we can observe, the use of the past tense in phrases and apply to verbs, the regular and the regular verbs, you know. So now we are going to respond some answers about that. For example, what did you do last week? Or did anything funny or interesting happen? Which AI tool did you like best? And which one would you use, for your learning process? For example, I give you my answers. The first is, what did you do last week? The last week I rest at home and spend time with my family. And I also did some homework and watch a movies. Did anything funny or interesting happen? Yes, sometimes something funny happened. I tried to cook something new and I didn't turn out well, so well, uh, out loud about it. And for example, my other answer is, which eye tool did you like best? And I like ChatGPT the most because it is easy to use and help us with many different questions and tasks. And finally is, which one would you see used for learning process? And I will use ChatGPT for my learning process because it can explain topics clearly and help me to practice English and other subjects. Now I'm going to show you that questions in the chat and you can answer. And if you can share your answer with us. Okay, I hope that you can answer the questions, and that's it for this format.
Well, thank you so much, Julie. Your appreciation was stunning, and you did an incredible brief about what is the mainly things about the past simple through a video. That is a perfect way to start this class. So now, in my case, I'm gonna show you a little presentation, a little infographic about the uses of the past simple and the grammar. So we can study maybe a little deep more, and then we're gonna do some activities with the help of my classmates, right? So let me share you with you. So can you tell me if you can see my screen, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So as you can see, guys, here we have the past simple form that is, in my personal opinion or from my point of view, one of the most funny to make, and not the most complicated, but if you don't pay the attention that you should, you maybe get lost, right? So the difference with the present simple and these other kind of sentences is that in the past the verbs are going to change. That happens because we have a different ways to make a sentence. So as you can see here in the positive or affirmative form, we're gonna start always with the subject or with a pronoun in first, second, or third person. For example, I, he, she, or even we. So then we're gonna use a verb, but in its past simple form. What is the past simple form? It depends if the verb is regular or irregular. When the verbs are regular, they always end en ed. In Spanish, te fijas que siempre terminan en ed. And in the other hand, the irregular verbs are going to change. Por lo general van a cambiar. drásticamente, unos no tanto, otros hasta se mantienen igual. Entonces tenemos que start to difference the two different verbs that exist in the past simple. So we only use a subject that is the subject, the pronoun, for example, or the name of the person, Camila, my mother, and the verb in past simple, and that's all. Then we can add a complement. For example, my mom cooked pasta the last week. Mi mamá cocinó pasta la semana pasada. Or I played video games with my cousins. Yo jugué videojuegos con mis primos. That is the affirmative way of the past simple. If the verb is irregular, it's going to change. For example, the verb go in past simple is went. That is very, very different. Entonces, en vez de decir I go, que sería el yo voy, sería yo fui, cambia completamente a I went. I went to Barranquilla the last summer. Yo fui a Barranquilla el verano pasado. And that is the positive form. Then we have the negative. Here we're gonna use an auxiliary. In this case is our auxiliary did. The did with the not. And together makes the contraction didn't. That is the most common to use. So we are going to use the subject as in the first way, then the auxiliary always after the subject, and finally you're gonna use the verb but in its base form, o sea, en su forma base. The verb is not going to change. The verb doesn't change because we have an auxiliary. Como le digo yo a mis estudiantes siempre, si ustedes ven el auxiliar, él va a hacer todo el trabajo. So you don't change the verb. Ustedes no cambian ese verbo queda igualitico como lo conocemos. El caso de mi mamá cocinó pasta la semana pasada, entonces, de manera negativa. My mom didn't cook pasta last week. I don't change the verb. Ya, yo no tengo que cambiar el verbo. It doesn't matter if it's regular, if it's irregular, it doesn't change. Never change. Ya nunca va a cambiar because it's negative and we have an auxiliary. And then we have the questions. The questions is with the auxiliary, but now the auxiliary go first. El auxiliar siempre va a ir primero. Entonces, lo utilizamos en su manera afirmativa, que es did, and then we use the subject or the pronoun, the name of the person. Did my mom, did Camila, did my cousins, and the verb also in its base form. Nuevamente en su forma base. Why the verb doesn't change? ¿Por qué no va a cambiar ese verbo? Because we have an auxiliary. And remember, if you have an auxiliary, it makes all the work. Hace todo el trabajo, entonces el verbo no lo cambia. Entonces, did my mom cook pasta the last week? ¿Cocinó mi mamá pasta la semana pasada? Two simple answers. Yes, she did. Sí, ella lo hizo. Or no, she didn't. We use a short answer to answer yes or no. And then we're gonna add the subject and the auxiliary that is going to use in the case of the affirmative or it is negative. Remember, we never change the verb in the negative form. We don't say he didn't went. We say he didn't go. Decimos él no fue. Utilizamos the base form of the verb. And it's the same in questions. We don't say did she work it. No le vamos a agregar absolutamente nada al verbo en este caso because we have an auxiliary in the questions. Y quedaría de manera normal. Did she work? We share with you guys in a last opportunity this little like infographic with some information or basic information about the past simple that you can review whenever you want because it's uploaded in the classroom, right? So you can check it out when you need it. Now, my classmate Yari is going to help me with the next activities.
Okay. Okay. Aquí, tax cycle tax. Tax on planning by word student intervene a party. Question, that will you do last weekend? Where did you go with the you go with a what panel of the following Padlet. You will comment and answer the previous question about something that happened to you this pack with an anecdote and is if you wish. Each person go to the Padlet island and write their comments. Each person leaves the answer on the Padlet. Cindy Cranes. Cindy Cranes.
So,
No, no, me deja compartir la pantalla
don't
para el
worry.
Padlet.
If you want, we can help you. We're gonna share the link for the Padlet. Vamos a compartir el link del Padlet in the comments or in the meeting chat, and you can join it and you can share your ideas or your comments based on the past experience that you may have in these recent days, in these recent weeks. And we want to share here. Let me help you with the Padlet too. So wait a minute. Here. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Well, so let me share.
We posted the different experiences of the Padlet.
If you guys have some questions, you can tell us through the the chat meeting if you want, or you can ask. So don't worry for that. Remember that you can use an AI tool that could be, for example, ChatGPT to make that comment in a better way. Pueden utilizar ChatGPT para de pronto enriquecer ese comentario que desean hacer sobre una experiencia pasada, and you can share with us in the Padlet, right? In the bottom section on the right side, you can find a yellow button that says publicar, and you can click on it, and you can copy the messages and copy page, and you can send it, right? And we can see here in the screen. Okay, that's perfect. We have some comments now from Daniel and Aventurero Sidereal. So Daniel says that the last Sunday I stay at home with my family because we want to spend some quality time together. First, we clean the house and organize all rooms. After that, we decide to watch a movie in the living room. And we choose a comedy movie, and we laugh a lot during the film. Then my mom prepared a delicious dinner, and we all help her in the kitchen. We talk about our week. Um, sorry. We talk about our week while we were cooking. And it was very nice to share that time together. After dinner, we played some board games, and my younger brother won the most of the games, which surprised all of us. Finally, we sat together and talked for a while before going to bed. It was a simple day, but it made me feel very happy and relaxed because I spent time with the people I love the most. Perfect. We have another comment from Anonymous, from Navegación Estelar, from Emily. So if one of my classmates want to help me reading, maybe, I don't know, Julie, Denisa, you can read another comment.
Yes, Emily. An unexpected day at school. Last week I went to school as usual and I thought it was going to be a normal day. First, I had my English class and we reviewed some grammar topics. Then we had a break and I talked with my friends about our homework, sorry. After the break, we returned to the classroom, but our teacher didn't arrive on time. We waited for a few minutes and we started to think that maybe the class was canceled. However, after some time, another teacher came into the classroom and told us that we had a special activity. We had to work in groups and create a short story using the past simple. At first, at first we were confused, but then we started sharing ideas and organized our story. Finally, we present our story in front of the class. Even though it was unexpected, it was a very interesting and creative activity, and I really enjoy working with my classmate. We have a lot of anonymous. Navegación Estelar. A few years ago, I went out to play soccer with some friends, and it suddenly started raining really hard. We ended up completely sick, covered in mud, and laughing the whole way back home. It turned into one of those simple days that you never forget. That's pretty good, guys. Thank you so much for your participation.
Yeah, guys, that's so cute. Well, guys, that's a really impressive participation. Thank you so much for your comments. So let's continue with the next part.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm happy to see you online today. We are going to work on fun activities to participate the past simple and reflect on what we learning. Remember your active participation is very important. And first, let's review some common mistakes from your messages in the chat. Um, okay. Some of the common mistakes I will look in the chat is the incorrect word is he go to school yesterday, and the correct is he went to school yesterday. Incorrect, I buy a new book last week, and correct, I bought a new book last week. Okay. Okay, now we're going to create histories in groups. Each of you must have done sentence in the past simple and use connectors like first, then, after, and that, and finally. The instructions are: I will divide you in groups, and in build up, you can build current and creative story. In the end, each group will share their story with the class. Okay. These stories you can share in the classroom. I share you a link the classroom. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I share my screen with us. Okay. Okay, this is the classroom. I share with us the link when you can share your histories for this activity. Okay. So give me a moment. I share the link. Okay, yeah, guys. In this moment, I share you the link in the chat, the link of the classroom, so you can upload your activities in the classroom. Okay. Now we are going to open the quiz in Kahoot. And I need that you can help me. You can help me to answer this question, okay? Right. And okay, the instructions are, you can write the answers in the chat of the call, and you can open your microphone, and we are going to answer the quiz in Kahoot, vale? Okay. My friend Mia just didn't want it, or one thing. What is the correct answer? Please write in the chat. I don't know. Again.
If you want, Yanisa, we can do the next. Si gustas, puedes ir presentando y nosotros estamos leyendo los comentarios y te decimos qué nos dicen en los comentarios y tú respondes desde allá. If you want.
Listo, gracias. Me queda más fácil que estar cambiando de pantalla. Vale.
Yeah, that's perfect. So if you want, you can show you the game and I can read the comments for you and I can say to you and you can answer, right?
Okay.
Okay, right. So let's continue with the Kahoot. Okay. I didn't like tasted, like not, didn't like it, the food. I taste horrible. What is the answer?
Red. Here you said red.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Very good.
That's perfect.
Didn't like.
Yes, remember that is negative. We use the auxiliary in the verb doesn't change.
Last October, the verb is go, on holiday to Thailand. What is the answer?
Blue. Emily says blue.
Okay, color blue, right? Okay, very good. Congratulations.
Yeah. When is the past simple form of
The hotel, the verb is be, very basic, and the restaurants. The verb is not be, in negative, very good. What is the answer?
it says yellow?
Okay, yellow, very good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Correct.
That's perfect.
At the moment, the verb is think that the whole holiday. The verb be at this Saturday. Okay.
I think it's green.
Green. Okay,
Yeah,
very
that's
good.
perfect.
That works.
Oh, very good.
Works.
Okay, the next. How much you pay is the verb for the hotel room?
Daniel is
The
crying.
answer?
Emily saying yellow.
Okay, yellow, very good.
It's perfect. How much did you pay? Remember that we have some W equations. The W equations go first too.
Okay. Which sentence is the past simple tense?
It says yellow too again.
Yellow, very good. Very good.
Very.
Remember that when we talk, Jessica, in past simple, the verb is irregular. So it completely changed to ate. Cambia completamente a ate, su forma del pasado simple, right?
Okay, very good. What is the past of the verb have?
Red. I think it's Daniel says red, green.
Oh, very good.
Daniel says red. That's perfect.
Okay. What is the correct past form of the verb go? The color.
Remember that it changed. People say blue, blue.
Okay, very good.
Perfect. But remember that when we talk about past simple, the verb change. The verb completely change. In this case, go is an irregular verb, so it's gonna be went. When we talk about past simple.
Complete the sentence. She, the verb is watch a movie last night. What?
Green. People say green.
Good.
Okay,
Green.
very good.
The time is over, but yeah.
Okay. So thank you for your effort. Each activity help us improve and express ourselves better in English. And this all for today. Is all for today? Yes, or
We have like a maybe a final presentation. I don't know if Judy wants to add something, maybe like a little review of the activities, a little review of the topic.
Okay, I think that is in conclusion, this learning sequence not only teach grammar, but also encourage students to use English in a real life situations, in a real context, by combine technology, interaction, and personal expressions. Students become more motivated and confident when speaking about their past experience. So thank you for your participation.
Okay, thank you. Finally, here I have another tool or a final quiz that if you want, you can complete. You have to complete some gaps or algunos espacios, some blank spaces with the current form of the verb. So if you want, you can do it at home, and then you can send us also the screenshot of your final score to the classroom or here if you want in the comments, and we want to take that like an appreciation, sorry, for our class, and it helped us to know how do you feel with them, with it. It was clear maybe if you would like to do more activities, maybe some speaking. We'd like to also invite you to be more participative, maybe speak a little bit more because at the end of the day, the English language is made to use it when we want to talk with each other. So that is a little like invitation to you that you can maybe download some apps like Duolingo. It's like a good beginning, and you can start to practice. Maybe you can search some strategies and some ways to learn that make your process more easy. And we can see you in another occasion. We can see you in a next time, and I hope you really enjoy this class. Thank you so much to all the assistants, and we hope you have a really good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
to
to my
all the
classmates,
attendants.
Judy, Janisa, Yari.
okay, students, thank you for us today, and thank you. This is all for today, and see you the next class.
Thank you all attendants for your time, dedication, and contribution on Padlet, Kahoot, where activity sharing your experiences and weekend activities. Thank you so much, Collins.